All right, everybody. Welcome to I Screened, You Scream for Movies. Before we get started on this episode, this title, it was going to be the pregame hype to the Mario movie, but I decided before a few days, a title just catched up in my head. So now these type of episodes you guys used to listen, or for those that are new listening, I do these kind of episodes where I just have guests, get to the fun stuff to talk about the hype and all for this particular movie. I've done with season 1. So now these type of episodes are not called The Road to whatever the movie it is. So welcome to The Road to the Super Mario Bros. Movie podcast episode. Recording this on Wednesday, March 31st. I'm Danny Escamilaggi, and as usual, I'm not alone. I have two veteran guests from my last season that we talked about the trailers for the movie, Morgan and Devonte, aka Hyper Mario 24. How you guys doing? Thanks for joining.
Yeah, I'm doing great. Thanks for having us again, man.
I'm very glad to be back here once again as well.
So real quick, as you can see, so for those who are watching this on YouTube, this is going to be the first time I'm having this face cam part. So it's me and Devonte on face cam. Unfortunately, Morgan doesn't have a cam, but that's okay. But he can witness both of us right now. We got him and I got the hats and the stash, and he's got the outfit. I got the costume too just today before I recorded live. But I decided to get festive and just show you all how I'm excited I am. To remind you all, this is my #1 most anticipated movie. I had the Flash before, and I switched it just for like confident gut reasons. So this Mario movie has already been killing it. The marketing's been awesome, but I cannot wait to get through this. So let's go ahead and begin this festive fun. I hope I get some Mario listeners here going on, but let's do it. So here we go. I'm gonna throw this to you, Devonte. How excited and what are your expectations for this movie going on?
Man, where do I start? I am just hyped. You know, I love the trailers so far. I love the animation of the characters. I loved how they gave Donkey Kong actual power up, like Fire Donkey Kong.
Right, I was gonna talk about the third trailer, so go free, everybody. Go free, no spoilers, but we're all talking about what the trailers give us, especially we got the third one a few weeks ago on the direct, so yeah. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It was all hype, man. It's like I can't wait to see Bowser in action. I can't wait to see Mario, Princess Peach, and maybe we get to see some surprise characters during the movie. Who knows?
Dude.
So
we
yeah,
got the Yoshi, so
super
I'm
hyped.
not worried about this cameo shit. But yeah, this is awesome. Love your explanations. And you already talked about expectations already too? Like you want to see all that in action?
Yeah.
Okay. Just to clarify, I want to get the reason. Now let me throw this to my man Morgan. What is going on with you on your expectations, and how excited are you?
Oh, the expectations are like out of the roof now, just from how much they have shown and how like quickly they turned it around. Because the expectations, probably for most people, was very low until they showed a bunch from it. I am very excited for this movie. Like I said, it's so exciting to see it finally coming here in a week.
Honestly, man, for me, it's been my doubts before we got footages. So now, like you said, it surprised everyone, including me. My expectations have been raised through the roof. This voice cast are well done. We're still picky on Chris Pratt, like everybody, but we might get to see him turn around, is what we heard and what we've seen so far. So I don't think this is gonna be the bad thing. We'll get to see plenty of like wahoos, let's go. I mean, hey, this is gonna be Chris Pratt nailing the road. So, and what was I going to say? Oh, dang, what was I going to say? Oh shit, I can't. I completely forgot as soon as I was talking, but I'm very excited. That's all I know. It's my #1 movie of the year. Yeah. I was listening to conversation. I lost my thoughts, but yeah, I just want to make sure. But those are great explanations. I'm super excited. So the question I want to go to next on our topic: when we were Mario fans back in the day. So Morgan, I'll go back to you first. How long were you a fan since?
Obviously nobody's gonna remember the exact time they did it, but it started very early, probably like 6 or something. When I was 6 or something, give or take. Cause I got a Nintendo DS where I just played a bunch of GBA games on it. There was when we used to go to like various hotels or apartments, they always had a Nintendo 64 there, and I played Paper Mario. I was like, wow, this game rules. And then basically the ship sailed after that. And I got to and then I got a copy of Yoshi's Island for Game Boy Advance, and I played that all the time as well. And it just kept escalating from there for gaming and Mario in general.
I love that. I love that you start off with the DS, which I was jealous back in the day when my brother had a DS, and I would just keep begging to play on it. But I see where that goes from, and that's pretty nice. So you started off from the DS. That's very cool of you, Morgan.
As a little funny thing about the Nintendo DS, I didn't know the Nintendo DS could play DS games. I only played Game Boy Advance games for like the first bit of it, so I always called it a Game Boy.
Yeah, so the regular DS played Game Boy games, which is a surprise. I knew that way at the start of that. But yeah, that's a good keeper to know. So I
did eventually learn, but I basically only knew it as the Game Boy machine for like the longest time.
I hope anyone has a DS will know it plays Game Boy Advance games too. So, and for me now, this goes back in the day. Yes, I was like a little kid. I had the Nintendo GameCube when me and my siblings back in the day play a lot of Mario Party. That's the first thing I know about Mario, and it keeps escalating to my knowledge. Mario is part of the mascot, and I happen to enjoy the franchise frequently no matter what games, parties, adventures, etc., etc. This is me growing up. The nostalgic zone is where it's at for Mario, and this is where it starts for me. Up to this day, I still love Mario up to this day, no matter how old it gets. The franchise has been around for decades and decades and decades. Devonte, what about you? And I know you have your difference with Wario, but we like to hear like stories. So take your time, no rush. Say what's on your mind.
Well, I have explained my beginnings of video games in some of my past videos, but I want to say my first game was the original Super Mario Brothers, because I remember one of my grandmas used to own an NES that she would keep in her living room for us to play when we go visit. But it's very vague because I don't remember much about it, but I want to say the first game I did ever play was Mario Party. And then after that, I got even more curious about the series, and it just kept going and going. Kind of like what Morgan described, how he got into video games. It just kept escalating. After Mario Party, I just kept playing other games. I played Super Mario 64. I played New Super Mario Brothers on the DS, and it just kept going and going from there. And ever since then, I've been a fan of the series ever since, especially after I got introduced into Wario and such, which... fun fact, I used to hate this dude, but
yeah,
long story short.
I kind of hated it too back in the day, but man, I mean, yeah, go ahead, what you gotta say? I mean, I was gonna say it, but I don't want to cut your interruption, so go ahead.
No, you're good. I was just about to say, long story short, I ended up falling in love with him after I played like Wario Land Shake, and it's like, he's been my favorite character ever since, and it just made me grew to love the series even more, and it's like, I'm still hoping... Maybe just a little cameo. Maybe we'll see him in the movie in the post-credit scene. I'm not sure, but
oh yeah,
you know, even though he'd be,
I'm betting on post-credits.
That's what I was going to say. Oh my god, yeah. So thank you guys for jogging my memory. So yes, as of today, I just was on Twitter. There is a post-credit scene, courtesy notified from Chris Pratt, the voice of Mario, and he talked about the storyline and all that. And you know what? I'm just gonna say this to listeners out there. Stay for the post-credit scenes. That's all I'm going to tell you guys. You don't want to miss it. I don't even care if it's towards the end, but I'm staying 100% to see what the hell happens. I got to see. We all got to see what happens for that. That's
of course.
So, was there anything else you're going to say, Devonte?
No, that's basically it. Ever since then, I've been a huge video game fanatic. I played a whole bunch of games, but my favorite is most definitely probably the Mario series, because... You know, I have a ton of games from GameCube to the classic games on my Wii U, and it's just like, I don't think it's ever going to stop, honestly.
Oh, real quick. I've been playing a lot of these Mario stuff. I mean, not all, but I've been playing like some varieties this whole month of March. I mean, it's crazy. I got these Switch games still, and I've been playing, not all, but I also been playing like the Switch Online games on like Nintendo Switch Online from the NES to Super NES, etc., etc. You know, I haven't played so much of it because I was almost getting Mario'd out, but nothing stops me from the movie. I'm just like trying to refresh and just feel like we should have been playing Mario Party, or I should have been playing some Switch Online with others, but I'm sure we'll do so somehow before the movie comes. But yeah.
Of
And
course, of
for
course.
me, for the Wario part, to tell you all listeners, I am a Wario fan too. I used to not like him, but till in my freshman year of high school, I began to look in this character in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and that's when things got pretty insanely ugly. And I end up getting Wario Land Shake It, which is actually a great Wario Land game. I should tell you all, everyone, that. Get the
Yes.
if you have a Wii, get the game. I'm sure you can find it. Or if you have a Dolphin emulator on PC, just either dump the disc or get the ROM somewhere safe. Legally, I guess, just somewhere safe as long as you don't get viruses or anything. And I'm telling you, that game's so fun. It's great. So a lot of that, I've been playing Wario, been maining competitively, and I just been liking this character up to this day as I'm like 23 years old, and I just can't. I'm not expecting him to be in the movie 100%, but at least 50-50. The post-credit scene is all I'm counting. What Morgan said, so that is for sure. But yeah, guys, those were great stories to tell our listeners how we're all Mario fans and what my show is purposely about. So this is great. The vibes in all of my show is really all that to remind people that going back to the past of Nostalgia Zone is never that bad when you listen to an episode or watch. I'm telling you, it is not. That's what my show is really about when it comes to my reviews as well. Gives you the breakdowns, gives you the thoughts and motivations, and this is what my show is also on these topics. So, great job, great stuff, you
Oh
guys.
yeah.
Anyways,
Nice.
let's go on to the fun part now to continue telling our listeners what our top 5 and top 3 Mario games. Now, I'm thinking going through the main series and the sub-series like that. So, I will just start off the main series, like the adventure game ones. So, I'm going to go first and naming my top 5. I have top 5 Mario games of my life, so let me just go ahead and start. My number 5 is Super Mario Bros. Wii. Number 4, Super Mario World, one of my all-time favorites, and I played the Super Mario Advance 1, which came with the game on Game Boy Advance back in the day. Dreams do come true. My number 3, Super Mario 3D Land. Love playing the 3DS so much. Number 2 is both games, which is in the same kind of sub-series, Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. Doesn't matter which one's better, but I prefer both. And my number 1, Super Mario Odyssey. That game may be short, but it's insanely nostalgically great. That's a
pretty good list.
That should have been one Game of the Year, but it's Game of the Year in our end. Even the Breath of the Wild was also the winner. But still, I say Odyssey was the top of the line best Mario in my opinion. So, just me. So, Devonte,
Nice.
what are you going to? What do you have on your list for top 5 or top 3 best Mario games, main series wise?
This one was kind of hard for me, but all right. So my 5th favorite Mario adventure game, I want to say Super Mario Brothers, because I do have vague memories of it, but I think I want to say that was the first games I ever played. So Super Mario Brothers. The 4th one, it's kind of a tie between New Super Mario Brothers and the U. Cause I like the U, cause there's 4 players and stuff, and the DS it's just nostalgic. But you know what? I'm gonna go with DS because DS has mini games, and those mini games are fun on the DS.
I haven't played that one so often, but I know it existed. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's a good game. It's a good game. Number 3, Super Mario 3D World, plus Bowser's Fury. I don't know if that counts, but
it counts.
But I like 3D.
It's an addition like DLC. You know what? It's just that's what it counts. So I mean, that's your list.
But
nothing wrong.
But I like 3D World. I like the original 3D World because not only do you get playable characters, but my girl Rosalina's in there, so and you get to play as.
He's also a Rosalina fan,
so I like
that. So don't forget, he even has a Rosalina amiibo right over there, and the picture right there explains it. He's also a Rosalina. There. That's the mascot of his YouTube channel, which we'll explain at the end. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Second favorite would be Super Mario Galaxy because, of course, that game's fun. And 2, I think I would put Galaxy and Galaxy 2 at the same list since they're technically the same game. Just 2's got a lot more stuff. So I love both those games. But my number 1 favorite, I don't know if this counts, but it's going to be a weird one. I know it's not, and it's not Odyssey. I do like Odyssey, but my favorite one is Super Mario 64 DS. Mostly because Wario's in it, and you get to play as him, and that's like his second time he's
pretty good remake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
The remake.
That's like his like second.
The remake does count, even if it's like remade with additional characters. I think that still counts as a Mario game. So yeah, you got it. I mean, Mario 4DS, that's a good one.
I've heard a lot of people say it's not canon, so it doesn't count. So it's just like I don't know.
I don't know why.
But it's like, yeah, I love Super.
I don't know why. I
like
think I gotta get the DS emulator and just probably play the game. So I'll figure that out soon.
But yeah, I like Super Mario 64 DS because it's a 3D Mario game on DS. I know its controls are pretty whack, especially on the DS. There's only like a D-pad and no control stick like the N64 games. But for me, I kind of got used to it, and I just liked playing all the characters, especially Wario, because I know he's a slow, big guy in the game, but I just like seeing the dude move, and I like trying to get all the power stars with him. So that's like my #1 favorite game. It's just like, yeah.
Those are your great picks. I do like those, especially Mario 64 DS. I mostly forgot about that. Thanks for jogging my men for that, and I'm not being sarcastic. I think it'll remind people, for those that play that, it's complete nostalgic, baby. All right, so Morgan, last to you. What are your lists for top 5 or top 3 main Mario games you got in your list?
Oh man, it's hard. I might go out of order, but let's see. I think what it would be is at number 5, it's New Super Mario Brothers. I played that game a lot. It's one of those first DS games you get. Like I said, I know I grew up with the DS. It was one of the first. It's really good. That's a good mainline entry.
I agree.
Number 2 would probably be Super Mario 64. That game is still a dream to control nowadays. Even I know it's a really old game, obviously. But everyone loves it. It's the game everyone gets introduced to in a 3D space. Got it on Wii Virtual Console. That was my first experience with it. For number 3, is Super Mario Galaxy. Everyone loves Galaxy. That's just a whimsical wonderworld of galaxies.
The best
level design, music. The story is amazing. The cutscenes go crazy.
Mm-hmm. It's awesome.
Yeah, I was gonna say the best games in the series as well. Go ahead.
Number 2 is Super Mario Odyssey. Yeah, a lot of 3D platformers in this one.
I love 3D platformers.
Me too. I love 3D platformers.
Super Mario Odyssey is really good. The big open worlds are all very well designed. We gotta love Wedding Bowser too. It's just a bit too much bias for that one.
Of course.
And for number 1, my favorite mainline Mario game is Super Mario Sunshine. I've grown to love that game way too much over the variety of years.
Oh, you know what? I kind of forgot Sunshine. I kind of like that game too, despite
It's not been in the back of my mind, but I know that's a very great game. I play it sometimes, but yeah, I just don't like the backtracking sometimes. It gets a little annoying, especially playing the same levels just for stars, but it's not a bad game, I'll admit. It's not bad of a game at all. That's what my brother really played it back in the day, and my cousin. So,
no, it's actually pretty amazing. I love how it looks to this day, especially the water. The water looks fantastic in that game to this day.
So
I do know that Sunshine isn't a perfect game, but I think it still definitely remains my favorite even after all that. I just love it too much. Regularly still replay it more than any other 3D Mario.
And you completed the game too, and that is insane. that game requires a lot to complete too.
100%ing it too is
that's my favorite moveset too. Oh, that Sunshine Mario's moveset is Benito. It is so good.
Yeah, man, I do love it.
All right,
I do love Mario controls in that game.
Those are great picks for what you guys have. This is awesome. I mean, wow, it's unorthodoxly amazing. So I hope people that listen to the list, I hope you remember one of those games, because that's also important to have to play in your life. But now let's go to the sub-series for the games. So now this is where Mario Party, Mario Kart, etc., sub-series besides the main adventures count. So here's my top 5 list. Number 5, I guess it's a sub-series because it's not the main adventure of the storyline, but Super Paper Mario from the Wii. Now it's my number 5. Number 4, Super Mario Strikers. Number 3, Mario Strikers Charge. Number 2, Mario Kart Wii. And the infamous, you guys know it's my favorite party title of the series, number 1, Mario Party 8. I'll never forget that Mario Party title. It's my favorite. I don't care what tops it. It's the superior Mario Party title I played. Doesn't get better than that. That's also when I grew up infamously to the Wii. I miss that game so much, and I just like to play it someday for sure when I get the chance for sure. Mostly on Dolphin, that's for sure.
That's cool, man. It's cool.
Morgan, what do you have any sub series that you have that you listed top 5 or like randomize it all? If you got that.
In no particular order because I have a really hard. Because there's a lot I like. Obviously, everyone's gonna say that. But some favorites I can think off the top of my head are like if I had to narrow it down to just 5 of my favorite sub series. One of them is Paper Mario. It was one of the very first video games I ever played, so that one's very noteworthy.
Mm-hmm.
Another is Yoshi's Island. It could be either SNES or GBA, either one. They're still both great. Another one is Mario's Super Sluggers. Oh man, that one's I love that one.
I like the Wii one for some reason. I just need to get a Dolphin Mayflash to play it actually better. So yeah, go ahead.
To throw another Mario RPG, I also love Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, and an easy #1 top game is Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, all-time favorite Mario game. It's at the top of the sub-series list, and it's at the top of the Mario games list. Favorite games of all time, even.
Nice.
He's even
rocking the sprites from that game too, so you know he's serious.
I know he loves the Mario and Luigi series with the Bowser part. I know that was a great sub-series. So, Devonte, what about you? Any sub-series that you have in your top? What you have in mind?
Well, this is another hard pick too, because I do like a lot of series in the Mario series, but let's say number 5 would be Paper Mario, of course. Don't really have a favorite, but I would say Thousand Year Door is probably a good one.
Very good one. I didn't beat it, but a very good game. Morgan has to agree with that.
Mm-hmm. Number 4, Mario Kart, definitely. I do love the Mario Kart series. Number 3, I don't know if what's a good sport game? I've never been. I want to say Mario Strikers Charge. Actually, yeah, that's a good sport game. I love that series.
Brother,
despite the third one being absolute crud.
Look, I don't think that's bad, but I think the defense is just bad. That's all I'm saying. It turned me off from playing.
It's mediocre. It's just mediocre at best. It just sucks.
I know. Just could if they at least tweak the goalie, I think it'd be better. But no, I'm not gonna like. I guess it's just
not just the goalie, everything else, man. But that's a discussion for another day. Number 2, shoot, I had it. What was my next one? I think I said Paper Mario already, but number 2, what is it? What was it? I'm trying to look at my games over here. What was that?
Mario has a lot of sub-series.
He does. I can't remember most of them. I haven't played them
counts. I just didn't think. I guess we only counting the Mario stuff only, but the Yoshi's what Morgan said. Yeah, go ahead.
Wait. Yeah, I do love Yoshi's Island, but I kind of want to go with Morgan's pick and the Mario Luigi series because even though I've only played like 2 of them, I do love Bowser's Inside Story. I think that's the best in the series. I want to say I haven't played the others, but I kind of want to, and because I like the story so far from the games I played, they're really good. And my number 1 favorite would have to be Mario Party, of course, because I loved playing games with my friends, us getting together, getting some wacky shenanigans and such. And my favorite Mario Party 3 is Mario Party 3. Like, I have so much nostalgia with that game, and I just love it. I love the character interactions in it and the story mode.
Wow,
I'm gonna add one more thing. I'm gonna add a cheeky 6 game, Dr. Mario 64. Cheeky 6 game, Dr. Mario 64.
I hope we get to see a doctor in the movie, at least before the Mushroom Kingdom happens. Hey, anything could happen at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, those are great picks, you guys. We all enjoyed the Mario, and I hope and listeners out there, if you guys have your favorite Mario games on the top of your list, top 5, you know what? If you're watching this on YouTube, leave a comment. Email me at dscomlodge@gmail.com if you want to share those Mario nostalgic zones you have. What is your favorite list on top of that? love to hear. We all love to hear your thoughts for sure. We'd love to. So don't hesitate if you want to share your list. No judging. All right, so before we get to the fun parts, I like to talk about our favorite music from the series. Now, what can go wrong with the music in video games, movies, etc., orchestra? So, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just name one of my favorite songs from the top of my list, and that is going to be. I'm sorry if I steal this, Morgan. I'm gonna go Bowser's Road. That one's my jam, one of my all-time favorite songs, and not my number one, but let's just say it's like my all-time favorite songs.
I 100% agree. Yeah.
And Devonte,
anytime that song reappears, I instantly notice it.
It also appears in Galaxy to remind those people, but yeah, it appears in. Does it appear in Sunshine? Does it play in Sunshine by any chance? Mario Sunshine?
No, it does not, but it does play in Super Mario Odyssey.
Oh yeah,
nice. I love that thing too.
Devonte, have any songs in mind?
Now we just gotta pick one, right? Just one song.
You can just pick any. You can pick any, really. I mean, I just named one on top of my head. That's all.
You can pick a song or pick like a game you love. Try picking like a song and then a game you like a lot for its music.
Okay. Well, I want to say my favorite song from Mario that I hear all the time is the star thing. You know, when Mario gets a star, he becomes invincible. Because I like hearing it. Because I love energetic music, and that song's pretty energetic. And I always love getting a superstar and hearing that music. You know so I want to say that's my favorite.
You want to know what's also energetic? The Metal Mario theme when he gets to Metal Box in Super Mario 64. That's also energetic. I love that.
Yeah, that one's good too. I love that one. Man. I definitely.
Metalhead Mario can move, indeed.
I think Mario 64 has like great music, so I wouldn't forget that almost now as I remember, but it has like great song selections, including Bowser's Road. Morgan, would you have any songs in mind you'd like to pick out of your head?
This is a very easy question. I'm already prepared for this answer. It's the grand finale for Mario and Luigi's Bowser's Edge Story, the titular final boss theme.
That's cool. That's a nice pick, man. I love that.
That one
stuck with me for so many years, and it's in Super Smash Bros., so it's forever immortalized. I was gonna say that.
I knew it. I gotta probably list that jam now, probably after this. But man, yeah, great pick.
And also my favorite music just comes from the Mario and Luigi series in general. Yoko Shimomura's music is topped for me.
Oh wait, I actually have another song that I actually really, really like. It's actually from Odyssey. It's called Underground Moon Caverns. I don't know if you guys remember that. This is where Mario's about to go and invade Bowser's wedding, and then the rocket theme song plays while Mario has to run through the lava and stuff.
Now that you speak Odyssey, I like to also put out two songs that first time we got local vocals in the series: "Jump Up, Superstar," and "Lead the Way, Break Free, Lead the Way." I think that's the song. But yeah.
It's Break Free, Lead the Way, but yeah, I'm being picky.
No, it's fine. I want to be corrected. It's fine, but I think I like Break Free the Way. I like the second option. I think that's my favorite song in the game. I love that one so much. Plays nearly.
Yeah, those are good. Those are great songs. Jump Up Superstar, I still kind of find a little annoying. I heard it all the time. I need a break from that song, especially since Pauline sees it now every time she's in a spinoff nowadays. So
you better break it on the movie for sure. If she's gonna sing that song.
I still think it's a great song. I just need a break from it. I can only hear it once, and that's it.
Get away from it so it gets
It's over again. For you when Pauline gets in Mario Kart 8.
Oh, God damn it.
I forgot. We're getting characters in Mario Kart 8 and DLCs. I'm excited. We got Birtle. I'm very excited to see what we get. Please let it be Funky Kong.
I know she's coming too. Oh, my God.
All right. Is there any other music do you guys want to jam out to before we move on to the fun part of this episode?
Honestly, there's a lot more, but I feel like we'll be here all day if we talk about the music.
I don't want to stay on here too long either, but yeah, I think it's time to move on as you guys agreed. So,
but just to know that I do like a lot of the Mario songs in the series. Some aren't energetic, but when the music is energetic, then I love those types of songs in the Mario series.
That's great. And me too. We all do. So let's go on and move on to the funnest part. So you both are ready to take on the trivia. And I told you guys, like, at least, actually, I told Morgan 2 days ago, and you too, I also told you guys the trivia. So there's only consistent 20 questions, 2 bonus questions. So here's how the questions go to work. So it's going to be at least, let me see, 5 Nintendo-related questions, 5 Mario-related game questions, 9 questions from the Mario movie, and this last one is going to be most generic question people can almost assume every time they see this character, but let's just see. And then, yeah, 2 bonus questions at the end. So here's how it works. So the way how this goes, I'm going to have to call one person, one of you guys, to answer, and if you get the answer correct, the person gets the point. If the one person that I call gets the answer wrong, I move to the next person, and if he gets that wrong, I will say the answer you both get wrong. So I have my notepad right here that I'll be dropping the points down. So I have your names on it right now, too. I just came prepared. So I'm going to be pulling the tallies.
Okay.
You're prepared and I'm prepared. Let's get it.
Let's get it, boys.
Let's do it.
All right. It's so fun. I love doing these trivia. It never gets old. So the last trivia I done was the Avatar trivia to my friend Sean Alexander. So check that episode, by the way, if you guys want to get some Avatar feels. But here we go. Question 1.
Right.
When was Nintendo founded? Morgan, I'm calling you out first. What is the answer?
Oh, man, that's a hard one
Just
to
to let
remember.
you know, I know.
Was it?
Hang on, I was gonna say to remind you guys real quick. It is I picked the hardest questions because I know Morgan's gonna probably answer and nailed everything. So just in case, I had to go with the gut and just like make it harder for others. So yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
It's not when Nintendo released video games. I know that, but is it like 1950s?
Fortunately, no. Devonte, when was Nintendo founded? Even before the video games. Even before the video game started. Something else, but yeah. When was Nintendo founded?
Shoot. I want to say around 1980s?
You're close.
Somewhere around there?
You're close, but what number exactly? What number?
What number? Shoot.
Wait. I'm sorry. Not in the 1900s. Shit, actually. It's actually in the 1800s. 1880s, so...
The 1800s.
So,
Shoot.
the answer for that, it was founded on September 23rd, 1889. That was the hardest.
Nintendo's old.
Nintendo very old, even before the video game started.
Not 1900s old, it's 1800s old.
Literally, decades old.
Louise.
Not like people go drive to the movies and just watch this movie because of Nintendo, but it's the IP that counts. And the mascot. So yeah, the answer is September 23rd, 1889. I know I picked this hard, but let's just see how you guys can handle the rest. Question 2. What product did Nintendo begin with when it was founded? Devonte.
What product? Shoot. Product. Oh, okay. Shoot. What was the product? I can't. I know it's not the NES. I don't think the arcade machine counts. Was it? I can't remember the name. Good.
Morgan.
I'm gonna have to pass. I can't remember.
Have anything?
I'm confident in this one. It was the Ultra Hand, right?
The Hafunda cards is the answer, both of you.
Once again, I got caught by it's actually older than that.
This is way back before video games existed. Trust me. So they started off with Hanafuda cards. I know you guys can research.
I forgot about the cards. I knew about the toys, but I forgot about the cards.
Forgot about the cards too. I even own some Hanafuda cards too.
Yeah. So that was the answer. Hanafuda cards. Number 3.
That's a good question, though.
Number 3, though. It should be a little simple, but let's just see. What's Nintendo's first ever video game console? Back to you, Morgan.
It was the Famicom.
Devonte?
I think it was the Famicom too, actually. Wasn't it?
It's the Magadov Odyssey. Way before they began Nintendo
All right.
Mario. So, That's the answer.
Magadolf Odyssey.
Yeah, I noticed that question. That's the question I decided to go with, and it looked like it was complicated from that point of view. So, for that education to listeners and watchers, the Magadolf Odyssey was the first thing Nintendo started off with before the Famicom. Yeah, probably that after that. Yeah. So
These are good questions, but yeah, I keep forgetting of how dated Nintendo is.
Yeah, these are really tough questions.
So, number 4, let's see if you guys know this for sure. And it should be a little simple. Let's crank up the tone. What video game did Nintendo created that started Mario's first appearance? Devonte.
Donkey Kong.
Correct! That is 1
Okay.
point.
Oof.
That is 1 point. Donkey Kong.
I was thinking real hard there, man.
Educate
Holy
the
shoot.
listeners and watchers. Donkey Kong was the correct video game that started Mario all in the beginning. I'm sure Morgan knows that, if you know what I mean, Morgan.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, that's.
I thought it was a trick question, but I was just go with my guts.
we need to get a little bit more familiar territory on what we're more familiar with, just a little bit.
All right. So number 5, sorry, is not a math question, but let's see if you guys know this in the back of your head or at least your guessing ability. Number 5, how many copies have the Super Mario Brothers from NES has sold? Morgan, how many copies has it been sold as of currently?
I think it's 30 million.
Devonte?
125 million?
58 million or more.
58 million, okay.
I was off by a good amount.
Shoot.
Yeah, all right. So, Devontae's got one part of Nintendo questions right. So, but let's see if Morgan can bring the comeback around with the game references. So, question 6: which levels for the Super Mario Brothers has the warp zones, and where does it lead to? It's a 2-part question, 2-part answer. Well, 2-part answers there. So let me repeat this again. Which levels for Super Mario Brothers has the warp zone, and where does it lead to? Devonte.
I think it's World 1, the second level, and I think the pipes lead to 4, 5, or 6. I think I want to say. I'm gonna go with that.
You got 4, but the rest is not. It's actually 2 and 3. So that's the question for you. I'm sure Morgan's gonna know the other one. So what other world level does have the warp zone, and where does it lead to for the second part, Morgan?
The warp zone appears in World 1, 2, and then the warp zone leads to either World 2, 3, or 4.
I was gonna say go on to say the second answer, not the first. Devontae's got half of it right.
Oh,
so.
I was just saying the first part to lead into it, but the warp zones lead to World 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, 2, 3, and 4. So what's the second one? The second answer to that, if you can nail it.
I think the next one is in World 4-2, and it leads to World 5.
You got one part right. That leads to World 6, 7, and 8. So I believe you get half a point. Let me just make sure. I'm gonna put half right here. Devontae's 1. Yeah, and since you did say 1-2 at Devontae, I'll give you a half as well. So Devontae is lead by 1/2. All right, let's see.
Oh wait, doesn't World 4-2 actually have 4 warp zones? I think that's what I'm thinking about.
Oh yeah, I forgot. If I do get something wrong, you guys are welcome to expose me. Am I wrong? So I don't know, but that's the question I was.
I'll take that half a point, but yeah, I just remembered it has 2 different warp zones. One warp zone is to World 5, and then there's another warp zone in the same level that does 6, 7, 8.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, okay. Well, thank you for correcting me.
All
I
right,
appreciate that. All right. Question 7.
I knew it wasn't crazy.
Question 7. How many stars are there in Super Mario 64? Morgan, back to you.
120. Sorry to take it like that.
Devontae.
I'm going with Morgan this one, 120.
Is it really? Oh my! I put 105. Did I miscount something?
What?
Super Mario
Oh.
64, right?
Yeah,
Super Mario 64?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
120.
120.
Okay, because I counted including the secrets. What am I missing here? Because I'm wrong on this one, so I think you guys got a point for that. I think for correcting me on this.
Yeah, I think if you exclude secret stars, it's 105 though.
And don't forget about the 100 coin missions, too.
Oh man. Okay,
Gotta get
I
those
badly
coins.
researched that question, but you guys got it right. So I believe Devontae's still in lead by 2.5 points, and Morgan's by 1.5. So you guys are correct. Thanks for correcting me wrong on this. All right, here comes
No
a little.
worries.
Here comes a little one. Question number 8. How many power-ups are in the Mario series? The Mario games only. Mario games only. Doesn't matter if it's a sub-series or the game. You know what? How many power-ups in the games for Mario only? Devontae.
Well, that's a tough one. I can't remember all the power-ups because there's so many power-ups that they made for Mario. I'm gonna throw a guess and say 36.
Morgan?
Right, hold on, I'm like trying to see if I
don't research.
think about it really quick.
I forgot. Don't research.
No, I'm not. Do
Okay.
not worry. I'm like thinking about how many power-ups there are,
Okay,
but
good.
I can't ponder on it for too long. It's like there's like raccoon, wing cap,
There's a lot of
Color
power-ups.
Mario, Penguin Mario. So many. I'm gonna go with 50. Even if it's not exact, I'm going with 50.
All right. The answer is 77 power-ups when I researched on Mario Wikipedia for sure. So that's 77. All 77.
Oh, 77.
If you exclude Wario Land, Super Mario, and if you exclude Captain Toad, I believe, and Virtual Boy Wario Land, yeah, that's 77.
Yeah, I wasn't including those in my count, but I'm still off.
Yeah, I just want to make sure if I was making sure. Yeah. All right, number 9. This one should be very interestingly good, and not super good, but let's see. I'm gonna throw it back to you, Morgan. Who are the teams to be unlocked in Super Mario Strikers?
The unlockable team in Super Mario Strikers is the Super Team.
Correct. So that gets you caught up in the lead to tie it up. Sorry. So you guys are tied.
Cool.
So Morgan's got the answer right. The Super Team is the answer. Devontae, question 10. True or false?
All right.
Toadsworth is in both Mario Superstar Baseball and Mario Super Sluggers. True or false? That's playable character.
I want to say true.
Correct. You are correct. He's in
Nice.
both the games. Am I correct, Morgan?
Nice.
He's in both of the games.
Yes, Toad is playable in those games.
Toadsworth, not Toad. Toadsworth.
Yeah. Toadsworth.
All right.
Cool.
All right.
I
So
said Toad by accident, but yes.
yeah. So guys, we're on the 9 questions left, and these are all Mario movie related questions. So Morgan, let's go to you first. Who is Spike being voiced by? The voice cast. I'm going to throw that question to you. Who's Spike being voiced by?
Watch me pronounce it wrong. Is it Sebastian Michaelo?
Correct. So he.
Ooh, nice one.
Yep. So 1, 2, 3.
Nice.
You guys are still tied. Going on to you, Devontae. How many stars did we see in the trailers of the Mario movie?
Oh, how many stars? Trying to think. I think only one.
Yeah, if you're confused, it's the Power Star. And yes, you're correct. It is the Power Star.
Oh, nice.
So,
Yep, it's only one. The one Bowser holds.
Yeah.
There could be more, but we haven't seen them.
Yeah, we could see more unless, the superstars count. I don't know, but that's the Power Stars I'm meaning. So that's correct, Devontae. Morgan,
Awesome.
question 13. What power-ups did the trailers show in the Mario movie trailers? Like, what power-ups have we seen so far? And commercial.
I think we know the existence of the Super Mushroom, the Fire Flower, and the Tanuki suit.
And there's one more. I believe it's in the
Oh,
commercial.
one more. Is it the Superstar?
Let's see. Devonte, what other power-up? You got the others one right, Morgan, so I'm going to see what Devonte knows. What other power-up did they include in, like, the marketing commercials? And at least one commercial. Because I stay away from the rest of commercials. I promise myself not to spoil too much.
Was it Cat Mario?
Correct! So that's a half. And
I
Morgan
forgot
gets
about
a
Cat
check.
Mario.
Yeah. So let me get you guys a half. All right. So, 1K. Let's see. 1, 2, 3.
That trailer was like really short too. I was like,
So you guys are tied for half points. So yep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.5 or 7. Like, oh my god, I can't keep track. But yeah, I'm sure I'll know who's in the lead for sure. So all right. Question 14. Devonte, Mario and Luigi. True or false? Mario and Luigi both lived in Brooklyn.
true.
Correct.
Nice.
You are correct.
Nice one.
All right. Morgan, true or false? Nintendo. Okay, this is a tricky question. I could be throwing you guys off, but let's see. Nintendo, true or false, owns the Super Mario Brothers movie.
True.
Devonte.
Is it true?
I'm gonna be straight. This is distributed by Universal, so they happen to own the movie, but not the IP. Nintendo owns the IP. It's a tricky question between the IP and the movie itself. And
I got Super Mario RPG'd.
Yeah, so
okay.
the movie itself is marketed, but doesn't mean they can take whatever they have from the movie itself. They know respect and boundary, and they partner with Elimination. So Universal happens to own that movie, not the IP. So that's false.
When you put it that way, it makes sense because Super Mario RPG is like the same way. Nintendo just owns their characters. They don't own anything else in Super Mario RPG.
Exactly. All right.
That's true.
I know that was a hard question. I just want to make sure.
All right, you did tell me this was going to be tricky. You did get me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're halfway through. Question 16. Devonte. This one is like recent, but I'm hoping you get this to find out anyways. What is the name of the Luma in the final trailer of Super Mario Brothers movie?
He has a name? I didn't know he had a name.
I just find it out. The voice cast is voicing that particular Luma, and it has a name.
Shoot, I don't know his name. Is it Luma Lee? I'm gonna guess.
Correct. Correct.
Yep, that's the Luma's name.
I was right. What the heck?
Yeah, Luma Lee, baby, Luma Lee. Yep.
Just to give a little bit more context, Luma Lee is based off the shopkeeper Luma from Super Mario Galaxy, the one that gives you a life stream or a 1-up.
Oh, I forgot.
It's the same Luma.
Oh, yeah, the blue one.
It was a straight up guess.
Straight up guess, and you got it right. So, Devonte, you're in the lead. You're in the lead so far. Let's see if Morgan can bring this comeback around. So, I'll give you the questions. I'm going to throw it back to you first, Morgan, to see if you have the chance. So, question 17. Right. There's a plumbing commercial for the Super Mario Brothers movie. True or false?
True or false, does the commercial exist for it?
Like, let's say I can't give more hints, but there's a commercial.
No, sorry, just repeat the question. I couldn't hear it for a second.
Yeah, sure. There's a plumbing commercial for the Super Mario Brothers movie. Like, not like as an advertisement. True. Yeah, true. Correct. Because it was, to remind people, that commercial, I believe, was released online during the Super Bowl. I don't think it was. I don't know if it was during the Super Bowl before the show started. So that's when they released the commercial. So yeah.
I couldn't hear the question the first time, so that was it. All right.
Yeah.
Perfect. Nice.
Perfect. Yes.
Sweet.
All right. Oh, gotta fix this pen. All right. Question 18, Morgan. In a certain clip from the Game Awards of the Mario movie, was there a regular Toad voice?
True. It's one of the Toads in the town.
Correct, though. So
Nice.
so now you caught up to tie it. So let me go back to randomizing it. Let's go. So actually, number 19, a little dodgy question because it's important to know who makes it and who is in charge of these sections. So I'll throw it to you anyways, Morgan, but let's see if you got a shot. Who are the two composers for the Super Mario Bros. Movie?
I hate to be a downer like this, but I'm gonna have to pass because I just don't know.
Devonte?
Well, I think one of them is Koji Kondo himself, but I can't remember the other one. I think I'm right with Koji Kondo at least.
So the half point goes to Devonte for that. That is one of them, and the other one is named Brian Tyler. So
okay, I couldn't remember that.
I blanked on that one.
Yeah, so Brian Tyler.
The first part was obvious after he said it, but whatever.
Yeah, so Brian Tyler is known composing a lot of variety of movies. So I also believe he's done Scream 6 recently, and he's done the last Scream. And I'm just throwing examples what I know. He's also done the Fast and Furious stuff to compose. Like, the music in this so far looks so good. I don't know how he gets the job done, but thank God he had a composing partner that helped him. So I didn't think he was in charge of that, but it's good to see. I can't wait to hear what the rest of the music is going to be. All right,
me too.
So that was the last Mario movie question. So here comes the true and false question for in general. Devonte, true or false?
Mm-hmm.
The Super Smash Brothers series is part of the Mario franchise.
False.
Correct. It is false. So, you know what's funny? People will tell me, do I play Mario, the fighting game? I'm like, bruh, are you kidding me? It is not that. It's like, people tell me that people listen to Mario doesn't know Smash Bros. How it works. It's just funny. So, that is false. That is false. You got it right. So,
yeah.
unfortunately, Devonte is in the lead, Morgan. But let's see if you get those bonus questions right. So, I'll throw them both to you. So, just to get a chance. Devonte, I think...
Okay, dokie.
Let's see. So, actually, you're just 2 points and a half. You're at a half or 2 points. But if you get full right, you get full points and you make the comeback. So, here are the bonus questions, my man. I'm glad I saved us. So, bonus question. What is my favorite song out of the Mario series? My favorite song soundtrack out of the series. Okay, I'll tell you anyways. A hint. It's from Mario 64. Vibeable.
What's your favorite song in Mario 64?
Yes.
Is it Metal Mario's theme?
Dire Docks. That's my favorite. Unfortunately.
Docks. I love that song too.
You know what? I was gonna do the second bonus question. I had another one in the back of my mind, but I'll just say it. F it, it's a Rafi. Let me just go ahead and say it. One of you guys, at least. What was the original release date for the Super Mario Bros. Movie before it got moved to April? What was the original release date? I will throw it. You know what? Any of you guys can answer. Just, I guess, raise your hand, or Morgan doesn't have a camera, but just say the release date. One of you guys.
I'll take the first guess. Was it December 10th?
No, unfortunately, Devonte, do you know? But you're close. Yeah, it is the month, but the date is wrong.
Confident about the month, but not the date.
Yes.
So it's the month's right, but the date's wrong.
Yeah. So I don't know if I did say when was the original release date. Yeah, I mean the month is right, but the release date is wrong.
I guess I want to guess and say December 31st.
December 21st, 2022 was the bonus
21st,
answer.
okay.
And that's funny.
Okay.
Even before that, it was competing with Avatar the Wave Water, and Puss in Boots got moved to that slot. Mario got moved up to April. So let's just say thank God it didn't compete, even though the movie will be great for everyone the holidays, but that was the original release date. So
another close one.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Now let me tally up the scores real quick. Yes, so
Imagine a drum roll in your heads, fellas.
Trying to make drum roll sounds.
Devonte is the
If I
winner.
tried to do it, it would sound horrible.
Devonte is the winner.
Nice.
Congratulations, Devonte. Pretend I'm shaking your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
So that's all we're
Devonte
at.
clutched it like
GG's,
always.
my man.
Like he always.
GG, boy.
Devonte clutched it like he always beats me in Smash Brothers with the matchup, the Wario Mirrors, but he still got it. So congratulations, Hyper. Or Devonte, sorry.
Whichever's fine for you, man. I'm good with it.
Yeah, I just prefer the first name, but yeah. Alright, so
I'm glad I won.
The trivia has been fun. It's crazy unfortunate, but Devonte, congratulations once again. Alright, so we're almost halfway done through this episode. Now, I'd like to go over to this a little topic. Now, I know you guys aren't that kind of enthusiast or a fan, but what three of us have in common is that we love to see a product succeed. How much money it makes, and how much can it make to a franchise. So, we're going to go over the box office projections. One of my favorite things to talk about because I love to see movies succeed. I love to see go over projections. It's interesting to see who comes out and how much legs it will have. But there's so much optimism riding on this movie, so I cannot wait to talk about it real quick. So, I can screen share this real quick and just, let me see. So you guys can see what I have in the head. I'm sorry. Probably going to be slagging, but I hope you guys can see this. So I'm on boxofficepro.com, and they dropped this article weeks ago. It says here, forecast, Nintendo Illumination Super Mario Bros. Movie on course for a stellar Easter debut, potential 100 million weekend long haul weekend. So you guys, three of us know, and I forgot to tell you guys, I forgot to tell the listeners of the show real quick. It is moved up 2 days earlier to Wednesday, April 5th. I think it's to either avoid Good Friday or just to make, I don't know. But the earlier is the better. It's surprising. I wasn't going to even mind waiting till Friday. But, so according to the projections, it is projecting $71 to $105 million over.
That is truly insane.
I guess it's a 5-day. I'm not sure. So this is, now the way how it works. So, ideally, the way how a 5-day and 3-day works. So if a movie comes out the holiday, let's say on a Wednesday, they'll mostly, so the 5-day will count towards the global total, but doesn't count towards like the main result. It will still count, but in box office, they count as a 3-day. So what I'm going to pretty much ask real quick to make this like short, I don't want to go this too long, is to ask your predictions for this movie, to how much it will make, at least 3-day or 5-day. But projections, I would say real quick, when I look at the ticket sales, I'm already optimistic right there. Mario is a big IP, to remind everyone. Big IP, the longest decade franchise of any video game to have a film like this, really, real. To compare this real quick, the Super Mario Brothers 1993 had a terrible turnout of the movie receptionally, made 38.9 against a budget that didn't break even, over 42 and 48. Ideally, I'm not sure how much it really costs to make this anime one, but I heard it's a little not expensive, but I think it's going to entirely break this weekend in one go of the even. It has to break even, the profitable to move on. So optimism's been riding. Just a real quick, a little disadvantage though, it's the video game adaptations have a hit and miss situation, but ever since Uncharted and Sonic, and yeah, well, I'm going to count those. So Sonic and Uncharted came out last year. Both were hits, but Sonic, I feel like it's more of a winner because Sonic has a little more recognition than Uncharted. Uncharted was still a success, but Sonic had the more fans, and we're getting a proper franchise. We're getting the third one next year. Super happy. And all right, I think, though, to ask you both question, you guys can say it all together at once. Is Mario bigger than Sonic?
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
That is correct.
He's been in space. He's made a new space even.
Yes, that is true. So, According to the pros, I'll just read one of them. It says Super Mario Brothers movie generating consider awareness and interest across all 4 audience quadrants as multi-generation franchise with family appeal. So technically, this movie is appeal to the fans around the world. Not only that, but for the decades of people that remembers Mario, your grandmother, your grandpas, your grandmothers, your mommy, your daddy, your great-great-grandfather, all those people that knows the name ain't gonna say no and flock out to see the Mario movie. I bet their kids will take them to see it, at least like the older teenagers or something, at least the older adults, the young teens, tweens, dweebs. Oh, okay, I don't know what to say. Technically, who's gonna say no to Mario? That's all I'm saying. Who's gonna say no to this IP and what kind of movie this? Especially again,
Nobody can say no to that face.
Nobody can say no. Not Wario. Not who can't say no to Mario? That's the question. All right, but yeah, this is also very big, and I don't think the little criticism of Chris Pratt isn't gonna bother people as far as I'm concerned. I think people are not gonna care. I think they're gonna go out and see it, but still be surprised what Chris Pratt can do. So, like I said, it's projecting. Okay, so I'm actually reading this right. So it is a 3-day, so it's projecting $71 to $105 million opening weekend. For the 5-day, I think it's gonna make above that. But let me real quick though. For the 3-day, I'm going to just predict this. I think the 3-day is going to make over 100. Way over 100. And let me just take this. There we go. I think this is going to make above 100. That's me, and I think it's very, very big. If it even doesn't make that over 100 3-day, as long as it makes in the projections as accordingly, it's still good. But I can just imagine... I can just imagine kids around the world are gonna go crazy for Mario. They have been since the trailer dropped. If they see it in the previews of the trailers and theaters, that's also one way to market it. They market it around. Universal's marketing this everywhere, dropping commercials. I've been still avoiding those. Technically, they've done a great job marketing this and get the word out. We're now in a week of release as of recording, and it's exciting. So here's my. Instead of going for the 5-day and both 3-day, we're just going to go for the 3-day. I'm just going to go first and say my 3-day thoughts. So, I'm predicting this movie for a 3-day is going to make 163. 3-day. That's my prediction. 5-day, I think it's going to go above that, but nowhere near as like 200 million or any of those records that certain movies have done over 200 million. I mean, 200 million is a huge number, but 100 is even awesome too. So my prediction to going forward, 163 is my 3-day. For the 3-day opening weekend, 5-day, again, won't count towards the main results, but it will count towards the worldwide total. So, Devonte, I hope you know what I'm talking about, but what is your prediction number on this opening weekend? At least, give me a number. Not in between, but give me a number.
I kind of agree with your number too, like 163, maybe a little bit above her, like 173 or 83. Okay. Because I feel like this movie is going to be really, really good on its first day.
Oh, dude.
And after a couple days or so, like seriously.
There's nothing wrong if we get it right or wrong, but this is just us playing the game. And yeah, I like your prediction number. Going above me on the single digits. I like it. Morgan, What do you have in your prediction? How much do you think it's going to make opening weekend?
Probably above 100 million. That is my prediction.
Okay.
Nice.
Do you have an exact number though? I'm sorry if that was like too much, but do you have at least exact number?
Just around the 100 billion mark. I think it will definitely go beyond it, but yeah, 100 billion is my prediction.
All right.
That's just around the 100 mark. Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot to mention, to remind everyone, this is also by elimination, known as Despicable Me, known as The Secret Life of Pets, Sing, etc., etc. So with that animation partnered, that's also going to get kids even excited, because this is the kind of animation that kids are going to flock to see even more, especially for that IP. That's also the reason why it's going to be a huge wing, huge money this weekend. Which, by the way, I can't wait to be on the BO Boys podcast about this. So go check out the BO Boys podcast, listeners, and just expect for me to be on the guest for sure. Just waiting for like the date. So, and yeah, I think that's everything we can discuss. I mean, I don't want to go over this too long, but you're going 173, Devonte. Morgan's going at least 100 or above, and I'm going 163. 5-day, I think it's gonna be 50. It's gonna be like random, so I don't know what's going on, but let's. It's gonna at least break it even. I think it's gonna. I think the movie cost $45 million to make on the budget. So, and yes, considering this is not gonna release worldwide, unfortunately, it's gonna release in like other countries around the world depending on the release date. I believe Japan is coming on the 28th. Correct?
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
that is going to be bunkers over there. It counts towards international, but mostly I'm talking domestic on the US. But this is technically going to be bunkers all around the world. Knows the name, knows the IP, kids, families, grandmas, grandpas, your teens, your tweens, etc., etc. I think this is going to be crazy as bunking money. That's for sure. Is there any other questions you guys have in mind, though, about the projections and all that numbers going on?
Nothing here.
No, I'm pretty good. I have a good feeling about it, honestly.
Oh, yeah. This is what I've been anticipating, and it's going to have insane amount of legs, like I said, in the coming week. And besides that, I was going to mention, it is going to ignore a lot of the movies coming out last month. They had Creed, they had Scream, Shazam, John Wick. Well, John Wick, I think it's going to keep going because the movie is super good. And Dungeons and Dragons is also coming this week, so I don't know how that's going to be keeping up with the Mario. And then what's going on in April, nothing major. There's Renfield coming out the week after Mario, and then the week after that is Evil Dead Rise. But I don't think this is an issue. I think April is going to be Mario fanatic festive all month until May hits. When Guardians come out, these blockbusters, I think it's going to die off completely. And it's 45 days before it hits on Peacock. Which, by the way, if they drop this on PVOD 17 days later, instead of giving it a chance, no matter the number, when Universal's been doing these kind of movies, I'm going to be upset as fuck. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be upset. If it does make crazy money, they're not going to put this on PVOD. That's how it works. If it makes less under, not the projections, but at least under 50, I don't know, then they just, like, drop this. But I think they should keep this series for at least a little long before the summer hits. That's what I'm saying. And I predicted this. Oh, I forgot. I almost kept this going. I told you guys, I believe this is going to make $1 billion. At least. Now, anyone can predict it's going to make, Avatar money? But I don't think so. That's too much. The Avatar is just an event-filled watch big screen thing. But Mario, I guess it's like a Marvel thing because there is going to be some spoilage on the end. But I think it's going to just be just that IP that counts, so I think it's gonna make $1 billion. That's my prediction, at least for like the end of the total worldwide, because it has to make $1 billion. This is Mario we're talking. This is Illumination. So
I believe it. I definitely do. I have no doubt.
No doubt, man. Never doubt Mario. Never doubt this IP, everybody. All right. So the last question I'll have to ask before we get off the mic: when are you guys seeing the movie? For me, I booked my tickets. I'm seeing this now. They're doing this movie in like PLFs. For those that don't know what PLF is, premium large format. That's what it means. That's what that's what it abbreviates is. So they're doing this in IMAX 3D and these other I believe Dolby for sure in AMC and like other large formats. So I'm definitely seeing this in the PLF. I'm living in Michigan. I go to Imagine. There's a format called Super IMAX in Michigan. Big screen, wide, and just loud sounds everywhere. I'm seeing that on opening day on the dot. Very excited. I'm going out with this outfit too, but you guys will get to see the costume for sure once I post on my Twitter, my TikTok. Yeah, so I'm seeing Wednesday opening day, and if the movie's actually super good, I'm going to probably see like a couple times before the weekend ends. So, Devonte, I know you said you're not going to see it opening day, but do you have like a schedule that you're trying to see it on for sure?
Yeah, I did post something like this on Twitter. I unfortunately won't be able to see it on the day it comes out, mostly because I want to see it with my family, and two, my family doesn't want to go into the theaters packed because my brother especially, he wants to focus on the movie, and he knows this theater is going to be full of parents with their kids. and those kids can sometimes be loud during the movies, and he doesn't want anything distracted from the movie. He wants to watch it with no distractions. So what we decide to do is we're probably going to see it next Wednesday after it comes out, since it does come out on April 5th. That's Wednesday. So the week after that week, we're going to try and see it next Wednesday when it comes out. And hopefully it won't be as packed than on its opening day. So by that time, I'm going to have to stay off the internet until I watch it for myself.
I was going to say that since you're going to see it like the following week, I do have to record this review. I guess you're not going to be on my review, unfortunately, but that's okay. Or you could, you know what? I don't know. That's a good question, so I think I'll just think about this and see what happens. But yeah, so you're seeing it the next.
Yeah, I'm just.
And I'm also seeing with my siblings too, so that counts as a family. But yeah, if you go see with your family, yeah, of course. That's what I meant.
Definitely. They're big Mario fans too. They love playing video games, so of course I'm going to see it with them. I would kind of be lame if I went by myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just going to have to wait a bit and just try and stay off the internet as best I can, which is hard because I'm a content creator and all that. So
yeah.
Just pray I don't get spoiled by anything.
Hey, I'll tell you this. Just go on Twitter and mute hashtag SuperMarioBrosMovie, SuperMarioMovie, anything Super Mario related. Just mute those hashtags and you can still be on Twitter. Yeah. You'll be fine. I've done it a couple times with certain movies that has heavy spoilage. Anyways, Morgan.
I'll definitely do that.
When are you seeing the movie? Have you booked your tickets already?
I have not booked my tickets yet, but if everything goes to plan, we'll be seeing it day one right as it releases.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Now, that's nice, man.
Yeah, so since you guys might see it on a different day or something, or like at least a week after for Devonte, I don't know. I'm probably gonna at least give it a shot and just wait until we all see the movie, and then we can all just talk about it in my pod. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to see it the week after. Trust me. I got the day off on that Wednesday, so I'm definitely going to see it the day after with my family. Yeah. And I'll let you guys know how it went.
Oh, trust. Yeah, because I'm thinking we can just do this on the nighttime when you get back, probably. So, yeah, I think so I'm going to ask this question before I go. Are you guys down to be on my review episode for sure?
Yeah, I would love to.
I am down.
All right, so
I love your podcast, so I would love to join them.
To listeners, it's unfortunate. I would usually record Sundays or Saturdays and drop it the weekend after, but since in case Devonte goes to see the movie, happen to be next Wednesday after release, I'm gonna have to pretty much release it later at a date. So if you guys can wait until my review drops the following week after, a few days later, I really appreciate it. But for now, subscribe to this podcast if you're enjoying the show, and if you really want to listen to my review episode. So I think I'll be settled to actually just wait until after the weekend, wait for a few days. Once Devonte sees it on Wednesday, Morgan, I'm hoping you'll see it on the weekend too, the release launch one. So that way we can just get this review out. If anything, let me guys know, and I just will, see what I can do. But yeah,
definitely, we'll do.
I think that's everything we're going to talk about. It's been fun. I actually had a great time chatting with you guys. This is it. Mario's in a week. And before I even go ahead and end this off, I will release this on the Thursday you're listening on. So by Thursday, I do have one other movie I got to deal with. Dungeons and Dragons, Honor Among Thieves. Cannot wait to see it. And expect my review to drop around Sunday-ish or Monday-ish at the least. So that way, it'll keep you guys busy before the Mario review comes out. So that way, it'll just keep you guys occupied. But I'll be dropping this already by the time you're listening on Thursday. So I hope you enjoy this. And before I go, for sure, Devonte, where can they find you?
All right. Well, you guys have heard me on Game & Watch podcast before. So you can find me on my YouTube channel, HyperMario24. And I also on my Twitter, which is also hashtag HyperMario24. And I also have a Discord too. I usually leave them on the links on the descriptions of my videos. But the new link to my Discord is also on my main page too. So if you want to join my server, chat with a lot of people, especially Game & Watch himself, you can find him there.
Game & Watch is my gamer tag name, Twitter. So yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you can find me on those sites, and it's just like come see what the heck I do, what I'm all about.
Yep. So, Morgan, what about you? Where can they find you for the listeners to check you out?
You can find me at Twitter at Morgan_Koopa, and you can find me on Twitch at Morgan_KP. I stream video games, and maybe I'll even talk about the movie after I watch it there too.
Oh yeah, perfect.
That's gonna be fun.
That'll be fun. Anyways, so I will leave those parts in the description of these episodes so you guys can check them out. Morgan has a Twitch as well, so I would encourage you guys to follow. If you happen to be a gamer or you love watching Twitch, follow and subscribe to Morgan. And if you're YouTube, and if you love YouTube, watching YouTube, looking for like content creators to enjoy, Hyper Mario is where it's at. Follow and subscribe to his channel, and follow him on Twitter as well as Morgan as well. And as for me, guys, like I stated earlier, as I'm about to wrap this up, follow and subscribe to this podcast. Any platform, doesn't matter. If you're enjoying the show, enjoying this episode, etc., etc., follow my social media platforms at ISUS4MPod at Twitter. Follow my TikTok at iScreenUScreenForMovies, same name as my podcast. I will leave this both in the description in case anyone has a hard time searching. Rate and review 5 stars on Apple Podcasts or in Spotify. Apple's the one that mostly matters. Love to hear you guys leave your feedbacks and everything. Love to read them. Love to give you a shout out too if you guys can leave your review feedback. I would love to read them on Apple. And if you're watching this on YouTube, follow and subscribe to this podcast on YouTube. Smash that like button if you're enjoying this. Leave a comment how excited you are for this movie. And all the other stuff we've been talking about. What's your favorite Mario games? How you love to Mario? Love to hear your thoughts to share. Love to read them. And email me. Of course, my email is open at dscamalaji@gmail.com if you want to share what you want to talk about, my show, etc., guest appearance, and what do you think of the Mario? If you happen to really go see it the weekend after, I would love to see your thoughts or how excited. I will also give you guys a shout out for those that send me an email like I did with my John Wick review. I also gave a shout out to that person. So if you want to get that same feedback of shout out, go ahead and email me at dscamalaji@gmail.com. And that's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think there isn't left to say, except until next time. I'll be screaming you all at iScreen. You